Welcome back to my channel, guys. So some of you guys, after I did my live today, messaged me. And when I did my live, specifically talking about the Ghost Adventures star Aaron Goodwin, okay, and his wife, Victoria Goodwin. Now, let me just say this. I was able to pull some info about just what is going on, what she's being specifically charged with. And I wanted to show you guys right over here, make myself a little smaller so you guys can see this. So of course her name is Victoria Goodwin, and she's being charged with solicit to commit murder. Okay. And that is $100,000. I believe that is the bail. And she's also being charged with conspiracy to murder. And again, there is a preliminary hearing that is scheduled for March 25th at about 9:30. So she is in there in custody. There's a defendant ID with her attachment. I mean, this whole situation is just so crazy, and I'm trying to find more information because some of you guys said, Rabbit, keep talking about this. Like I said, I just finished talking about it, and to see what is going on. Some of you guys have told me, Rabbit, I feel some type of way about Aaron Goodwin because of X, Y, and Z. He doesn't seem like he might be a victim. Well, I'm sorry, guys, but it seems like he is a victim of a premeditated murder. All right. So I stand on that. But you guys felt like there's more to the story. Maybe he was doing something to her. I'm not really sure, and I'm not really buying it. I mean, I'm going to various sources that are really just reporting the basic that she was hiring a hitman, that she's been arrested for this, and that Victoria Goodwin was booked into jail March 6th, which we just showed you guys those charges on this solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder in Nevada. Now, TMZ reported and broke that story. So the arrest report obtained by the outlet said that Victoria Goodwin has denied wanting to have her husband killed, according to the outlet. I kind of want to know how far in they went to investigate this whole situation, because it does seem to me that, makes you wonder, like, typically when they have like a murder for hire, they'll have like an investigator and a setup, and it's like a whole sting. They didn't do that here. And I guess this really caught Aaron Goodwin by surprise. I mean, literally posting on February, you know, during the Valentine's Day about his just being happy to be with his wife. And they had just gotten married in 2022. So this is the crazy part, that in some of these text messages, which I read during the live today, is that the report cited a text message from Victoria to an inmate in a Florida prison. Am I a bad person because I choose to end his existence, not divorce? She allegedly said in the text. And we said, well, if you have to really ask another person if you're a bad person for wanting to take somebody's life, you're probably not a good person, right? Like, I don't know what kind of question that would be, but hey, that's just my thought. And also, it sounds like the plot was allegedly formed in October of 2024. So, was she talking to this inmate since then? Like, did Aaron not see any signs? Like, what was going on between October to, I don't know, current and present time? This is such a tough situation to be in, right? And my understanding is, at least what outlets have reported, is that he was taken by surprise. He didn't know that this is what she was planning to do. I mean, like, I think I would be just as surprised. Like, who plans things like this? It further says, and with her, how did she come up with this idea to talk to an inmate, right? Like, she just randomly choose somebody. Is this somebody that she knew before he was an inmate? Was this communication that she was having? And she was messaging an inmate, right? So I wonder what kind of laws were even being broken there. If you have a prisoner, an inmate, planning a murder, somebody's already in jail or in prison for, I'm thinking a crime, right? Because that he's in there. He's also conspiring to commit another crime. So I wonder if he would receive any charges for this too. Did they talk about payment? And it sounds like they did. And she might have conspired, and he might have conspired as well. Or maybe when he got caught up, because it sounds like the correctional officer saw these messages in these phones, did he then cooperate with correctional officer and law enforcement and everybody to basically have Victoria charged formally? Because the way I understand is when it comes to, like, if you're conspiring to murder a person, as soon as you start talking about amount in money, you are dundadas. Like, literally, that's enough for them to come after you, depending on the state. And this is Florida, okay? But it says that the plot was allegedly formed in October 2024 and only discovered when correction officers seized the Florida inmate's contraband phone. So he wasn't even supposed to have a phone. Contraband in the facility. In this contraband, it sounds like he was planning to murder somebody and potentially accepting payment, right? Or planning to be paid. Her husband was filming the ghost adventures at the time in California. Police said that Victoria Goodwin provided good information about his whereabouts to the inmate via text, according to TMZ. So she was telling him where he's at, what time he's going to be there. I mean, talk about a black widow. Allegedly, in my opinion, listen, that's a black widow. Okay. Another alleged message to the inmate reads, "He's asleep right now in the hotel. I need to know what's going on. Can I get an update? Was it done?" So if the inmate is behind bars, clearly he's not the one committing the act, right? So did the inmate consult with another person? Like, was this another person involved? Or who was this message to? How long was the inmate in jail when all of this was happening? Because this almost sounds like this might have been a group of people that were conspiring to have this murder. If I was Aaron Goodwin, I would definitely have that be looked into. You can't feel safe, like, literally, he's locked up. So was there somebody in the outside who was supposed to take a hit on him, and she's telling him where to find him, and the fact that he's at a hotel room and his filming schedule? Yeah, no, not a safe situation whatsoever at all. And then she wanted to make sure she got an update. Was it done? Like, was she planning to get him murdered when this message was being sent? I swear. She was going to pay an alleged hitman 11,515. So there you go. This is what police said, with an upfront payment of 2,500. So that's it. You have a payment. You're telling them their whereabouts. You're saying it. I mean, she's basically telling on herself here. This is just a horrible situation. According to police, she admitted the pair were having marital problems, but attributed the alleged exchange with the inmate daydreaming or fantasizing about being without her husband. So she was fantasizing and daydreaming to have him murdered and offering this magical $11,515 number, like, for an alleged hit, with a 2,500 payment, upfront payment. Yeah, like, yeah, this sounds like a conspiracy to commit murder, guys. She conspired here, okay? This BS of I'm daydreaming and fantasizing about being without her husband. Then take a fucking vacation. Hell, get a divorce. Simple. Okay? Simple. Take a vacation, get a separation. That's better yet, right? Because that would conclude and fulfill the fantasies that she wanted to fulfill. All right? You don't have husband murders. You just don't. You don't. So we know, and I shared earlier in the live, that it sounds like they got married in Disneyland in a haunted house. I guess Aaron gave a statement to TMZ and said that the marriage was a happy marriage and is blindsided by what happened. Listen, I would be blindsided. I would be betrayed. I would be all of the above. And it sounds like Zach Baggins, I think that's how you say it, or Baggins, Zach Baggins, Zach, the co-star, told TMC that they're being an emotional support because this is an emotional time for Aaron, and they're trying to give him love and support, which I think that's all they can give. So she is scheduled to appear at an initial court hearing Tuesday morning. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, I don't know if she had one already, but let's look at this calendar. and see what that says. Because it says, at least on the website, that her preliminary hearing is March 25th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. So that also falls on a Tuesday. So basically in like 2 weeks. And that's when she's scheduled to see somebody. But, you know, I just think that he needs to protect himself. I'm not buying the story. I think she was trying to have him killed. And, I mean, that's what happens. They just got married too. They were having marital problems. I mean, I guess it does happen, but, you go to therapy. If you need to leave a relationship, you leave. You don't premeditate a murder, right? It's a little bit different. And I think it's a little concerning. But like I said, some of the people in my chat and in my email was saying, well, listen, he's not the nicest guy that you think he is. I don't think it's about that. You just don't premeditate murder. That's it. Get a divorce. That's what you do. People have said maybe this is about money. Maybe there was an insurance out there. I mean, I can't think of anything else. Literally. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys.